Hey guys, welcome back to Speakeasy Drink Better podcast. I'm Edelweiss here tonight with John.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Tonight we have a very special episode. You'll want to stick around till the end because we'll be teaching you how to make a very special cocktail. You'll be thanking us later.
Yes, you will. This is a really cool one. Yeah, we got it right in front of us, and I'm excited to drink this, but I'm even more excited to hear about your story, Edelweiss, because this is something I asked for, and I'm really excited to kind of hear your experience around, your first big important experience in the United States and your first love of being here and what you got to experience and what kind of set you on your path. So, tell me.
So yeah, speaking of, in New York City, one of my greatest loves, aside from Alex, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight because he is in Kentucky. So
oh man, I hope he brings us back
bad.
bottles. Bring us back bottles.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, my love of New York City actually dates back to when I was just 3 years old and I came here for the first time. So a lot of my core memories are linked to New York City. And I have to say that New York City is the city that I have the most memories of, the city where I've spent the most time in,
But never lived there, right?
And that I have never lived in.
Yeah.
Correct. So I've been coming to New York, like I said, ever since I was a little kid. First time I saw snow was in the city. First time that I got to experience the magic of that it is Christmas time in New York City was when I was just 5 years old. And like I said, I've been coming to the city since I was a child in my teenage years, and that brings me to what we talked about a couple of episodes ago.
Yes.
And my love of Sex in the City.
Oh yeah, Carrie Bradshaw, you're channeling today.
You got that.
I caught the Jimmy Choos. There we go.
Yeah, so
just like that.
I used to watch that show religiously, and this was when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I remember just romanticizing the idea of one day living in the city and like going out to brunch with my friends and drinking cosmopolitans at night.
Of course.
So yeah, the first cocktail that I ever it became my signature drink was the Cosmo, and all thanks to Carrie Bradshaw and Sex and the City. I remember going to bars and ordering a Cosmo and feeling like I'm like such a grown up.
You made it. You're there. You're in your place, and you're living out that fantasy, and it had to be awesome. I mean, the first bar that you went. Do you remember the first bar that you went to when you had your first Cosmopolitan?
I wish I remembered, but I don't. It was definitely in the city, though. That I have to say. And I remember it was such an aha moment, like, being old enough to order a drink at a bar, and it was a Cosmo, and I felt like such a Sarah Jessica Parker, with like the stilettos and just, running around the city and ordering Cosmos. And, I thought that was it. I had made it. Little did I know that one day I would end up, not living in the city, but close enough.
Oh yeah, right? I would say.
I mean, I feel New York City is like right next door, and Alex and I are there all the time. Now we just love the bar scene. And
so when you first met Alex, you guys were living in Mexico City. Is that correct?
No. We met in Barcelona.
You met in Barcelona. Okay, my bad.
We met in Barcelona, but we quickly. We met, we got married, a few months later, and I moved from Barcelona to New Jersey. So, New York
Culture
City
shock.
Yeah, and growing up in Honduras too. But like I said, I've been coming to this area, to the tri-state area, ever since I was a kid. And then my sister moved here when I was still in Honduras. So again, I knew the area. I knew the area quite well. What I didn't know was the Manhattan. But turns out that Alex has been drinking these, I don't know, ever since he was probably not even old enough to drink.
Ever since he could stand up to a bar, right?
Yeah, and this has always been his drink. As you remember last year when we had his big Kentucky Derby party, the signature drink was obviously the Manhattan. We called it the Alex.
Of course.
But anyways, I remember the first time that I took a sip out of his Manhattan because he would literally order. This was the only cocktail that he would order. I'm a more of a, I like looking at the cocktail menu and ordering off of there. He was always, I'll order a Manhattan. I always thought like, why are you ordering? There's so much variety. So I had to taste it. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, how can you not only drink this, but actually enjoy it. I couldn't get past the taste of vermouth.
It's a lot of booze.
You know,
yeah. It's a little pungent. It's a little astringent. It's got some funk to it. And, you know, it can be sweet, but a sweet vermouth is not necessarily sweet, everybody. But the cool thing about the Manhattan is it's balanced, right? But when you first take that sip, like what you said, it is a shock to the senses.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty much all booze.
Especially coming from, you know, my good old cosmopolitans, going into a Manhattan, I was like, hell no, like I can't with this. But then Alex thought of an idea. He's like, let me replace the vermouth, and quite, you know, ingeniously, he thought of replacing it with port wine.
Yeah, another
and
4 or
that
5
made
wine.
all the difference.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I started into Manhattans, or how I got into it. And then, you know, slowly I graduated. Eventually, you know, I grew some hair on my chest, and now I drink them as is.
Oh,
and
cheers to that.
These, John, these are.
Yeah, you know, so I made these Manhattans. We're going to show you guys how to make these Manhattans too, but I had to do it because this is actually a drink that my dad makes for my mom, and she loves Manhattans. She likes a bourbon Manhattan. Manhattans are traditionally made with rye, but thought it really appropriate, the fact that we were talking about New York City and your experiences with that, and, you know, you and Alex's journey through cocktails and finding your way to a very, very classic cocktail served. Like our last episode, we talked about being served in a coupe glass. This is a very classic way of having a Manhattan served to you. So for me, I'm very happy that we get to show everybody how to make this. And it's stupid easy.
I know it is. It really is another very simple, I think it's like a 3-ingredient cocktail, correct?
Nothing
and
to
then,
it.
of course, the garnish. You can't not have a garnish. And please use the good Luxardo cherry. But we'll tell you a little bit more. So like I said, you want to stick around and stay till the end, because we will teach you how to make a proper classic Manhattan.
I love that. And I have one more question for you. So your favorite Manhattan, yours and Alex's favorite Manhattan, from what bar in the city? If you were going to go someplace and get a Manhattan, where you guys go now, is there anything in particular that really stands out? Any particular one that you guys really like? Like every time you go to that bar, ooh, yes, that's what we're getting.
You know what, I do, and only because we recently had it. So we were trying to get to Overstory, which is a very popular bar right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the, you know, on all these lists, and very hard to get into. But we were there, and they offered us a table at Saga, which is the restaurant that is right below Overstory. Overstory is on the, I'm gonna probably not get this right, on the 38th or 50th. I don't remember.
It's up there.
It's on a high rise.
Gotcha.
So Saga is the restaurant that is like right one floor below it.
Awesome.
So they said, but if you're welcome to, you know, to sit there, and we're like, sure. It ends up being that Alex is like, again, there was a beautifully curated menu, and I ordered off of that, which my cocktail was amazing.
Yeah.
But Alex is like, oh, how about a Manhattan? How is your Manhattan? Alex asks the girl, and she goes,
as
like,
one does.
And she used the word exceptional. Like verbatim, she said, it is exceptional. And Alex was like, really? Then I must try. And I have to say, John, it truly was. Like, not only was it they nailed it, like at the flavors of, but the presentation, it was beautiful, and we were sitting up there with the view of, you know, the Brooklyn Bridge, and it's located in FIDI, so Financial District of Manhattan. Beautiful views. It was such a beautiful spring day, and this Manhattan, and Alex will concur.
Yeah,
this was truly exceptional.
It was the jam.
So right now I'm gonna have to go with the Manhattan at Saga.
I love that.
Like I said, it's located in the building where Overstory is.
Love that.
So
yeah, man. Well, I hope I did this one justice. But you know what? The most important thing that you just spoke about there was the experience that you had drinking it, right? And that's what we're all about here at Speakeasy Drink Better. We're all about bringing you ideas for you to go out and have experiences with these cocktails, not only teaching you how to make them at home, but also going out and finding these stories like what Alex and Edelweiss have from their times in New York City, and also the times down here at the B Bar. So I mean, do you have anything else we want to talk about? We get to get into this cocktail now.
No, I'm excited. I want to teach everyone how to, you know, make a Manhattan, how to make them at home. Like you said, it is really stupid simple, very easy. I don't see why anyone couldn't make this at home.
Love it.
So,
and we're gonna do it. I can't wait. Well, hey, cheers to that.
Cheers.
So it's so nice getting to chat with you, hear those stories. That's awesome. Everybody, comment down in the section. Let us know if you have some Manhattan stories, or you have a few where you like to go, and there's some bartenders like to make it, bars that you like to go to, or you like to order in Manhattan, or just let us know what you like to drink, and maybe we'll feature it on another episode. But without further ado, once more, cheers to you.
Cheers, and we'll move it over to the bar.
Rock and roll, guys. See you in a bit.
Cheers.
Ooh, we told you we were going to make a cocktail, and what a cocktail we are about to make. Edelweiss, write it down for me. What are we doing?
Manhattan, what else?
Let's go. All right. So thank you for sticking around, guys. We're very glad that you got to do this. We're going to do it traditional bartender style. So right now, what you see right here, is this a Nick and Nora glass? Is that what this is?
It is. I would call that a Nick and Nora.
Rock and roll. So we talked about this last time around. This serves as a coupe. This is just a really nice glass to use. It's super elegant. I really like it. Make sure that you chill your glass beforehand. That's what any good bartender would do. Now, we've got really simple ingredients here for a Manhattan. For me, I really, really love to use this right here, Carpano Antica Vermouth. This is a sweet red vermouth. This is the formula. This is a beautiful, beautiful vermouth that is very flavorful and very nice and goes well with pretty much everything. It's a couple bucks extra, but definitely worth it. Just do me a favor. When you open this, if you're done making your cocktails, put it back in the refrigerator. Make sure it's chilled, because if
very important.
Yeah, if it's not, it is wine. It is low alcohol, so it will turn fairly quickly. So make sure you chill this down, and the fortification will help keep it a little fresh. This is Rittenhouse Rye. This is actually special from the Flintlock Barrel Society. This is a bottled in bond rye. It's super delicious. Rye whiskey is anything 51% rye, right? This is traditional for Manhattan. Some people like it with bourbon. We do it with rye because we do it traditionally here. The next few ingredients that you have, of course, you have some aromatic bitters, which is usually what the recipe is called for, and that is it. But then I also have these orange bitters here that we really like, and it sets the flavor off nice. And how could I forget the Luxardo cherries? So Luxardo cherries are awesome. So if you've ever heard of Luxardo, Girolamo Luxardo, there's a maraschino cherry liqueur that, I don't know if we talked about, you made a last word, right?
We did. We used the Luxardo maraschino liqueur for the last word.
So the Mascara cherry juice that they use, and they distill and use that to make the maraschino cherry liqueur, that is actually the syrup that is enveloped over the candied cherries here. And these are super delicious. They're expensive, but my God, are they worth it.
So worth it. And not only, I have to point out that not only is this a garnish, like I'm very much like, I'm the garnish queen, but the Luxardo cherry in the Manhattan actually plays a role as well. So
absolutely.
Very important that you use the...
Yeah, because I'm going to use a little bit of that cherry juice, and everything else just doesn't quite taste right. So let's stay with it. Make sure you buy the good stuff, because you're worth it. All right, so now we're starting with a stir. This is a classically stirred cocktail, of course. Some places may serve it up, in which case they may shake it, and they may shake it with some egg whites, and some fun bars are doing that as well. But traditionally, a Manhattan is stirred. So that's what we're going to do. Now, Alex is usually our guy that makes the Manhattans, but I'm going to try my best today. We're going to see what happens. Edelweiss is going to try it out and see how I did. Now, first things first, I like to go with our rye. I'm going to use a jigger right here. I'm going to do a 2 ounce because I'm frisky. We're going to lay that right over the top, and you know what? I'm going to do a little bit extra too, because I'd like to have a cocktail too. Why not? Okay, perfect. So this is a serving for two.
Exactly. So good point. You don't have to make one by one. If you're making 2, 3, 4, double, triple, quadruple the recipe, right? So it's 2 ounces per one cocktail. So in this case, we're doing 2.
Yes, ma'am.
So John did 4 ounces of the rye whiskey.
That's correct. And if you do have this classic jigger right here, you will have a 1/2 ounce on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill that up just a little bit over that, add 1, and then again we're doing for 2. So we're going to go ahead and do up to that. We're going to add it back. Perfect. Now that is done. For me, again, what I said, classic aromatic bitters, 1, 2. All right, that's what we're going to throw in there. And honestly, I like a little bit more because, hey, spicy.
Yeah, remember, we're doubling it too, so.
Exactly. And then this is an addition that we like to make here. So these are orange bitters. These are beautiful bitters, and we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of that as well. Really like how that sets the flavor off, plays nicely off the cherries too, gives it a little citrus and really, really nice aromatic lift. Now, this is important. What I like to do is I like to just take that and go ahead and just pour me a little little bit right in there like that. Ooh, that's
Look
the good
at that.
stuff. That's the good
You have
stuff.
no idea how that just adds such a punch of flavor.
Whole nother
to the
dimension.
cocktail, yeah.
Now we'll go ahead and show you how it's done. We're just gonna go ahead and stir this. Give it a nice round and round. Love will find a way, just give it time. So, once we have this stirred and nicely incorporated, it's nicely chilled as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this glass right here. I'm gonna go ahead and
dump the ice.
dump the ice. Nice chilled glass right here. I'm gonna pour mine into another glass, but I think for our episode's sake, we're gonna let Edelweiss try this one and I'll pour mine after. But, got our trusty little filter right on there. We're gonna go ahead and pour. Ooh, look at that. Viscous, beautiful, velvety Manhattan. How you doing?
So beautiful.
All right, and now, lest we forget, super important, you know, you can use a toothpick, but what I've found is that toothpicks can splinter, and you don't necessarily want that. So you pick yourself up some high-quality stainless steel picks, and what that'll do is they'll keep longer, one, and two, you don't get those splinters or anything like that, which is nice. But if you're in a pinch, listen, doesn't matter, but we like to present here, and we like to be beautiful. So what I will do, and make sure, Edelweiss, if I'm doing this right.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Boom, right like that. Okay. Whoop, it fell in. That's okay.
It's okay.
If it happens.
If you want to be a little bit, just push it in a little bit and then rest the pick right there.
That's a pretty cocktail, guys.
Look at that.
And how stupid easy is that, right? Few ingredients, really high quality rye, really high quality sweet red vermouth, right? Okay. Some good bitters. We like to add not only aromatic, but we also like to add the orange bitters and then the Luxardo cherries and its juice. That's a must. So go ahead and try that out for me. See what you think. Tell me how.
Try. You know what? That chilling the glass makes such a difference.
Actually,
such a difference.
Absolutely.
Guys, you might want to invest a little bit extra time. Just throw some ice cubes into your glass while you're prepping the drink. Trust me, it makes the experience that much more elevated.
All right, let me see a little sip of this real quick. Hold up.
Take a sip of your little creation there. See, guys, how simple was that?
My dad would be very proud of me right now.
All right. He should be.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much. Comment, you like this? Awesome. You like other cocktails? We'll try that out too. But we got to tell our Manhattan story with a Manhattan.
Because we couldn't have an episode about New York City without talking about Manhattan.
So, hey, thank you very much. Edelweiss, that was awesome. I think that's a wrap too, guys. Thank you so much. Come back and visit us. I'm John. This is Edelweiss.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.
We're so happy you're here with us. Again, comment, like, share. Let people know about this. This is how we win, all right? And as always, drink better responsibly.
Cheers.
Peace.